Hi there, I'm Scott from Beat Your Neighbor Fertilizer. Today we're going to be talking about how to fertilize your plants. And why is it important to fertilize your plants? And in our garden center, our greenhouse business, we're always surprised that people, they don't understand this concept. They'll buy a hanging basket from us and they're like, it just stopped flowering, and it looked really nice, and then it just kind of went, the flowers weren't as proficient, and my first question is going to be, well, when did you stop fertilizing? And they give me that deer in the headlight look, and they're like, well, I didn't fertilize at all last summer. I said, well, okay, there's your problem. The plants and the flowers, they need to have that food, and just like I eat, and because I need the nutrients and you need the nutrients, and a living plant needs to have those nutrients too. And certainly, the reason that we're buying a nice hanging basket to sprucing up the backyard or the front yard, and we want it to look beautiful. So you absolutely have to be fertilizing for it to push those flowers out. That's the food, that's the nutrients for these plants and flowers. And what is it? It's something that helps them grow and punch out those flowers, and it just kind of supercharges the growth and the blooming. For me, early in spring in the greenhouse, I might be fertilizing several times a week because I want to get everything ready for sale for my customers, and I really want to get everything moving and punching out flowers and get that growth just to explode. So early in the spring, I might be fertilizing several times a week, and then kind of tear it back during the summer. Once that plant is where I want it to, I'll tear back to about once a week. So that's a general guide for you. Make sure that you're fertilizing once a week for your outdoor plants and flowers, once a month for your indoor plants. So how to use it? Ours is a very concentrated version. This jar makes almost 100 gallons of fertilizer, so it's very concentrated. How I'm going to fertilize my plants and flowers, it's nothing mystical or magical. And if you check out our other videos, we talk about how to water correctly. Check those videos out, and you're applying the same technique. I'm just happening to be watering now with a fertilizer mix, and the way we tell you to do that is pick a day. That's the easiest thing. So we're going to fertilize once a week, and you can do in your mind, Fertilizer Friday. I'm going to go ahead and fertilize on Friday, and that's the best way to remember it, so you're not like jumping around throughout the week and you're like, was that Tuesday that I fertilized? Or just pick a day. That's the easiest thing, and that's what we tell our customers, that okay, Fertilizer Friday, I'm going to go ahead and fertilize my plants and flowers. And you're just going to water them like normal. Get this container adequately saturated so that it's all the way through. It's not dripping through though. Again, that's too much water. Just so that this hanging basket is nice and heavy, that it's got some heft to it, and it's adequately watered. We really appreciate you. We're a small company. We're not a big billion-dollar corporation, and we really appreciate you making us your fertilizer. And if you haven't, we encourage you to give us a try, and we know that you'll be happy. And just owning greenhouses and people that use our fertilizer, in 8 years that we've been manufacturing this ourselves, I've never had one person come into my greenhouse and say, that stuff doesn't work. Not once. But every day I have people coming in and telling me how I've just absolutely transformed their hanging baskets. And yeah, I know that because we are using it on hundreds of thousands of plants and flowers in our own greenhouses. So yeah, we know that it works because we use it. So hope that helps clear up how to fertilize. Be sure to go to the website, beatyourneighbor.com. Be sure to plug in your email address for the newsletter. We have a lot of subscribers to the newsletter, and that's always the best way.